In this video, I want to talk to you about how to publish a great online course. First of all, let me give a big thank you to all of you who have commented and emailed your questions and comments on the first two videos. I've really enjoyed interacting with you. I found some of your questions really intriguing. And don't forget, if you haven't done that yet and you've got a question you want to ask me, no problem at all. Just drop me an email, john@jbdcolley.com. I would love to hear from you, and I'll certainly help if I can. Let's just take a quick 30-second review of where we are. In the first video, we talked about how you can plan your online course. And then in the second video, we went on to look at the intricacies of the production process. Now, don't forget, I've created over 11 published courses on Udemy. I've got 9 more on the stocks. So I've really shared with you some of my detailed experience. And that so far has led me to sales of over $14,000. And I believe very strongly that if I publish those other 9 courses, that number is really going to shoot up. You can be there. Now, in this video, we're going to look at the third stage, which is the publication process. It's what happens when you hit that magic publish button and you start making sales. Now, the first objective is to get student enrollments. Why is this important? Well, it's very simple. It's all about social proof. If you go to a course and it's got 5 students enrolled, and you look at another one that's got 500 students enrolled, which one are you likely to enroll in, given the choice of those two? So you need to do what you can when you first publish to get some students into your course as quickly as possible. Now, there are a number of ways you can do that. One of the most obvious is with free coupons. So you can make your course free for, say, 48 hours and send out some free coupons to your existing list, your existing students on other courses if you've got them. Or a great place to post these coupons is in the Udemy Studio Facebook group, which is free to join. You just have to click and ask to enroll, and I'm sure they'll take you in. They take in everybody who's related to Udemy. And if you post your free coupons up there, then you'll definitely get a lot of free students joining your course. Don't forget to put, when you create the coupon code, to put a deadline on it. So that code expires either when you've got enough students or when the deadline, the time and date deadline that you want to set, finishes. And I recommend you start with a 48-hour deadline. Now, the second objective is to get ratings and reviews. And this is important because it helps you to rank higher in Udemy, get closer to the first page for your topic, and therefore more likely for you to get sales. It also therefore encourages potential new students to enroll, because they'll read the great ratings and reviews that other students have left you, and that will again act as social proof and again encourage students to join the course. So when you have published your course and you've got some new students in it, then you need to be encouraging them at every chance you can to leave you a rating and a review. And that can include putting a little lecture or a little note halfway through the course saying, I hope you're enjoying the course, please leave a rating and a review. Completely legitimate, but it's a really great tip. The one place you shouldn't actively encourage ratings and reviews against the exchange of free coupons is in the Udemy Facebook group. They don't like it. It's against their policy in that group, so please don't do that. Now, once you've published, you need to go on a little bit of a campaign to grow the knowledge in the open market that your course is there and it's ready to be enrolled in and purchased. And a great place to start with that is YouTube. Everybody who goes to YouTube likes watching videos. So if you put an interesting video up there, and you can put up your promotional video, you can put up your introductory video, and you can put up 2 or 3 videos from your course, make sure they've got links and coupon offers back to your course on Udemy. And, people will love it. They still have to be properly tagged and get all your SEO right, put in some descriptions and things. But if you put these videos on on YouTube, they do get watched, and they're a great way to drive traffic back to your Udemy courses. This is obviously particularly true if you've already got a developed YouTube course, YouTube platform, channel with lots of people subscribed to your channel. And if you haven't, that's really the subject of another course. It's something you should consider building. Email. This is one of the best ways to get sign-ups, and there are a number of things you can do this. First of all, email, just send out a broadcast email to your list or to your existing address book contacts announcing your course is published and giving them a free or a discount offer to enroll in it. You need to ensure that this offer, as ever, is time limited so it creates scarcity. But you can also create additional autoresponders in your autoresponder list, or create an opt-in somewhere on your website which has got its own autoresponder sequence, a little funnel if you like, that will encourage people to find out more about your course and then ultimately sign up to it. Emails are a really important tool in the publication process. Let's talk a bit more about social media, because if you are present in social media, and more important, if your audience is present on social media, then you should be out there promoting and telling people about your courses through those channels. We've talked about Facebook groups. Now, there are you should have your own page. Maybe you've got your own company page, or you could even create a topic page. But there are also other groups which encourage you to promote your course. A lot of these are around affiliates, and that's great. If somebody else wants to promote your course to their group, you'll still get 25% of the earnings from the sales of that course. Well worth doing. And again, you can have a whole segment in a course about how to go about doing that. Hey, that's an idea. Maybe I will. Twitter is another great channel, and if you haven't got a Twitter account, then you should set one up. If you've got a Twitter account, you might consider setting up a specific Twitter channel for your course topic, and then you can promote stuff about the course topic in there, and then every now and again you add a promotion and a link to your course with perhaps a discount code or not. But you can use that as another way to drive traffic. Now, LinkedIn is relevant if you know that your audience is present on LinkedIn. That's not always the case. You can use Instagram, you can use Pinterest, you could use Google+, but it really all depends on where you are and where your audience is. So you need to think that through. Now, remember, you're allowed to have 2 internal promotions on Udemy a month. If you've only got one course, well, there's not much you can do with that. But if you've got more than one course, or you've created a light free course, or in fact, to make a promotion, it has to be paid. But one strategy very quickly is you create a light version or an introductory version of your course, make it free, give away a whole load of coupons, fill it up with 2,000 or 3,000 students, switch it to a $9 course, not expecting to sell much, but then because it's then a paid course, once that's been approved by the Udemy process, you can then start cross-promoting to those students your main course. There's another great trick which I've learned recently, which is to send out one promotion at the month, just before the month end, and one promotion shortly after the month end, maybe 7 days apart. This has 2 benefits. One is that the month end is when most people get paid, so they have money. Great point. The second benefit is it's always effective to launch an offer and then to remind people 24 hours before the offer closes that the offer is closing, because you normally get more sign-ups. The problem is that Udemy only gives you 2 promotions a month, which means you can only effectively make one promotion if you're going to adopt this strategy, or you can straddle it over the month end. But it's up to you. But these are some ideas you can follow. Let's take a look at some of the sort of questions that I've been asked in the last videos, because I want to try to address some of the more popular ones with you. And one question that's coming up is, how do I know if my course is going to sell? Well, frankly, you don't. But the chances are very, very good, particularly on Udemy, that it will, because amongst the 4 to 5 million students that are now on Udemy, and the number's changing all the time, so by the time you've watched this video, that might be out of date, there are bound to be a number who think your course is absolutely perfect for what they need. Now, the other thing you can do to increase the chance of it selling is to make sure you create a great course, which is what these videos have been all about. Make sure your course stands out. And if you followed my guidelines and some of my tips and techniques and tricks, then this will increase very significantly the chances that you'll make some sales. But what if somebody else has already made a course about my topic? Well, actually, I think that's great, because that tells you that there is a market there. Competition is good. Okay, all you have to do then is make a better course than they've made. And if you follow the guidelines again, then your course should out-promote them, and you'll capture a slice of their sales, or even more likely, you'll grow the market and you'll all get more sales. Have an abundance mindset on this. Don't have a scarcity mindset. You're not going to take sales away from each other, but you are going to encourage people to take the course. And if somebody's already taken their course, and paid for it, and they see your course, there's a very good chance they'll think, oh, I can learn something extra here, and they'll go and subscribe to your course as well. Now, do I have to be in front of the camera? Now, this is a hot one. Not everybody is comfortable sitting in front of the camera the way I am with you now. And the answer is no, not at all. It is perfectly acceptable to do a slide deck where you have a changing content as it going through, but instead of being on the one side of the screen as I am now, then the writing could take up the whole of the screen. That's absolutely fine. The one thing I would say is that in your promotional video or in your introductory video, make an appearance. Let people know who they're talking to. I think it's really important to make that connection, but it doesn't have to be for very long, 30 seconds or a minute, and then you can go back to the format of not having yourself on screen. So, what have we learned? Well, creating great online courses is simply a matter of being expert, organized, and enthusiastic. In the 3 phases of planning, production, and publication, you can see that there's a framework, there's a structure to actually taking yourself step by step. And of course, there's a lot of detail underneath this, which we haven't been able to go into in these short 20-minute videos. But I'm trying to give you as much as I can to encourage you to have the confidence to go forward and create your own amazing courses. So let's recap. In stage 1, planning. Now, I like to use the 6 P's analogy. Prior planning and preparation prevents poor performance. So it's really critical to get your planning right. And as I say, I've showed you as much as I could. I shoehorned all this content and all this value into that 20-minute video. I think it was probably about a 25-minute video. It overran because I was trying to sort of fill it up with so much great stuff. Is there more to learn? Well, of course there is. But I hope you've now, from that, at least got a framework for your planning to take forward. Stage 2 is all about production, and production is nothing to be scared of. Being in front of the camera and dealing with this technology is a doddle, believe you me. But if you approach it with confidence, which you can because you've got your planning down to a T, then all you need to do is to develop your audio and video techniques to get better and more confident in producing these courses. The more you practice in recording video courses, the better you will get at it, the faster and more adept you will get with handling the software to do the editing and the production after you've done the recordings. And I've tried to show you some of my secrets for producing great videos so you can fast track yourself to success, so that you can get the results that I want you to have much faster than I achieve them. Stage 3, publication. Well, when you hit publish, it's only the start. You're at the beginning of the journey. You've done the work, you've created the course, and you've created a great course, I'm sure. But now you've actually got to get that course out there. You need to make the audience that you've written the course for aware that that course is there and that they can buy it. You can't sit back and rely on Udemy to do all the hard work for you. They do marketing, they do have a great platform, but you need to do your bit, and it's really important you realize this. So share your course with your network, get the news out to your list, and go out to social media and drive traffic back to your course, and you will get sales. So where does this leave you? Well, I hope you're now mad keen to start making great online courses. I hope I've lit the fuse. I hope I've enthused you that you have the ability to take your expertise to create these courses and to get it out there, and people will sell them. You now have a good understanding of the first 3 stages of creating a great online course, which are planning, production, and publication. There are at least 3 more, and in fact there may be 5 or 6 as I'm evolving my knowledge, but there are certainly 3 more. I've given you in outline as much as I can in 3 20-minute videos to get you started and get you fired up about all this. But there is much more to it. But I do hope I've whetted your appetite for you to go out and create your own courses. Now just remember, this could be you. Ask yourself, what would you do with an extra $14,370 this time next year? Or actually even sooner, because if you're doing $2,000 or $3,000 a month, you'd be there in 6 months? What would you do? Pay off your credit cards? Maybe pay off some debt? Take a vacation? Treat your family to something they want? Quit the 9 to 5? Add to your personal pampering budget? What, you mean you don't have one? Why not? The point is that this is, once you've created this and you do a little bit of work on the publication side, then this is potentially an income source which will add to what you have today. It doesn't take up forever to create these courses, and once they're out there, they can keep earning for you month after month after month. So if you want to be in the position I'm in today and actually be even further forward, because in 12 months time I expect to be way ahead of that, then you need to start thinking about how you're going to achieve this. Now, in the next and final video, I will have an offer for you that will help you create your great online course much faster. Now, this offer is just for you, and you'll need to take action sooner rather than later, because I'm going to introduce you to a much more detailed course that I have created. But as this course evolves, the price on this will start going up. But you will have an opportunity to lock in at today's price and get all the future content and updates for nothing. So I want you to look out for that, because I really challenge you, if you think you can do this, and I believe you can, then can you afford not to jump in and get started as soon as you can? Because the sooner you do, the sooner that extra $14,000 will end up in your pocket. So the challenge I have for you is ask you, are you ready to take that great leap forward to become a successful online course instructor? I believe you are. Now, tell me where you are now. If you've got any doubts, I'd like to hear about them. What is it you don't understand about the 3 stages, the planning, the production, or the publication? What's worrying you? What are you struggling with? Drop me an email, john@jbdcolley.com. I am struggling with in the title line, and say what it is. I always read all my emails. I love to hear from you, and I love to help where I can. So that's it for this video and this little 3-video series. How to publish a great online course. I hope I've given you some great ideas that would enable you to turn that great course you've just created into real dollar sales. I look forward to seeing you again very soon in another video.